Okay. Uh, so we have two functions that have been described for your problem, right, Shruti? One was by Lokesh. He suggested filter as the uh, go-to this thing. Parthi suggested that he used slice. No? Okay. So the way, okay, let me very quickly share my screen. Okay. Okay. Which screen are you seeing? Are you seeing my? Yeah, this is what you're saying, no? Let me open. So R for data science. Let us go to this book, and let us go to data transformation, and then okay, 5.2 filter rows with filter. Filter rows with filter. So filter allows you to subset observations based on their values, right? So from what I understand, Shruti wants all those rows which are not India, isn't it?
Yes, India, it should not be there. Like states,
Yeah,
I have.
yeah. You want all those rows which are not India. I mean, which are India, but not the consolidated India,
Yes, sir.
right? So if you look at the syntax, syntax takes, so if you look at this example, what this is saying is that the first argument is the name of the data frame. Okay. So here, for us, generically, we are using DF, right? I hope all of you are using DF. Or
Yes,
are
sir.
you using something else? Data or, yeah,
DF.
I think, yeah, DF is a, let us keep it as a standard. DF is something that everybody understands. It's a data frame. Okay. And then the second argument and the subsequent arguments are the expressions that filter that data frame. Okay. So I should have said in your case, the variable name is state, no?
State, yes.
Okay. The variable name is state. The state is not equal to, and quotations, India.
Okay.
Okay. So then what it would do is it will take out India from the data set and it will subset only those rows which are having just the states. Okay. One other thing, one other way that Parthi has mentioned was using the slice command, right? If you know exactly which row is India, you can just remove that by saying that, okay, out of the 37 states, the 36 states are correct. The last state or last row is India. Then you can say slice only the ones that I want, only the first 1 to 36 rows. Leave out the 37th row. If I can just open my RStudio window, and we had a similar kind of data set, if you remember. See, you see, when I work, everything is actually annotated. Okay. It's not just I'm telling you so that you do it, but I also practice this, and I learned my lessons the hard way. Nobody told me that you have to annotate things and write. In theory, yes, but nobody made me do it in this form. I mean, like I am making you do it. So we have opened this. Let's go to files. In files in code, there is integrating data sources. Okay. See how easily I know where my code is now, right? Otherwise, if I just go to this, I'll have to search where exactly and things. But I know now this is where we are trying to say workflows, right? Our workflows are very clear. We are always working in a project. If I wanted to go back to yesterday's project, what I did was I just went to that project, you know, and went to this folder called code. And in that code, yesterday I've saved integrating data sources SF. So I'm just clicked on that and this opened. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just run this couple of lines and then I'll clean the names. Okay. And then I'll just have a look at the data set. And there is a lot of data set. You know? So for example, Shruti, assume that this is what you don't want. The 38th row is what you don't want. Like in NFHS, let us assume that you have all these states and this 38th row India, you want to remove it. Okay? I'm assuming that this is not there in the NFHS. So there are two ways you can do it. The first way, what I'll do is I'll just copy this part. Okay. I'll just copy this part. I'll make a new script. I'll paste it here. And now I'll say, okay, select the appropriate rows. Okay. That is remove India from the states. Okay. This is what we are wanting to do, no? What Shruti wanted to do. So I'll just take DF and I will pipe it and filter. What are the names? Actually, the names are, so India states, this is what the name was. So what I'll do is I'll just select that, but I don't, because it's a variable, I can just say this. And it is not equal to India, isn't it? DI. Is this line sensible? You're understanding this line?
Yes, sir.
As of right now, it says that it is 38 variables, 38 observations. Let me just run this here in the console. It's a table with 38 rows and 17 columns. If I very quickly look at the tail of DF, tail. So the last one is India. Okay. The moment I run this, it is no longer going to be 38. Okay. It will be 37. And how do I know? Let me look at this tail now. So India is gone. Okay. So filter is always by rows. Select is by columns.
I think I got confused with that.
Yeah. I think for 3 years I was confused. Okay. When this came for 3 years, I was confused. I never know if it is filter or select. I used to try both and see what works. But now I have made my own formula in my head. Filter always by rows. Huh? It will filter by rows. You'll select the columns that you want. You cannot select the rows that you want. You'll filter the rows. It's like just your Excel. When you're saying filter, you're filtering the rows. No, only selected rows will be coming.
Yes.
Not the columns, isn't it?
Yes.
It's the same. And the other thing what Parthi suggested was using slice. It's not a bad idea, but it's not the right way to approach. I mean, it's like if you want to get the answer of 4, the easiest way would be 2 into 2 or 2 plus 2, whatever. But it won't be like 64 divided by something, right? I mean, how much is it? Yeah, I also don't know. Anyway, I think it's 18, isn't it? 64 divided by 18. Oh, I went wrong. 17, huh? Anyway, I don't think 64 is the correct number though. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, but yeah, you can definitely get 4 as an answer, isn't it? Yeah, 16 is the answer. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, by 16. Yeah, 64. Anyway, so that's also a way. Let us see how Bharti has proposed. So he says take DF, and then the last one is India. Okay, last one. So what I'll do is I'll slice 1 to, if I say 38, then all of them will be seen. Huh? If I just take this and say tail, India will be included. Okay, India is there. So I know that 38 rows are there, because 38 rows. I just don't want the last one. So I just take from 1 to 37 and then look at the tail. Or just look at this. So it's 37.
So what if this particular row was in the middle rather than at the end?
Yeah. So let us assume that you want to remove defense, not India, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
You want to remove defense. So defense would be 38, 37, 36. So you can say minus 36 and defense is gone.
Okay.
But for that, you need to know which row. And usually if you sort it or sometimes you arrange it by things and, everything will be jumbled and things. So it's very dangerous because it's quite volatile. It's like living on the edge. It's like living with your battery 1%. You never know what will happen.
So because
yeah.
I had a similar problem in that map
Mhm.
shapefile, Puducherry was appearing twice, and I
Yeah.
didn't know how to remove it using filter.
Mm.
So because I thought it will remove both of them, so I instead I found another thing where they just use the brackets minus C, and then the row number. So that is what I did. But even that, I felt the
Okay.
same problem.
Okay, I would
wasn't reliable.
caution you against removing Puducherry or things like that, because these are actually Puducherry is a union territory. It's not a contiguous area. Even Puducherry is there in Kerala. Puducherry is there in Andhra Pradesh also. Like Mahe is part of Puducherry, Yanam is part of Puducherry. So when you do those things, you will remove that, and then you'll have an empty geometry.
Yes, I do. My map does look a bit wrong. Some data seems wrong.
So yeah, we will. I don't know how much time we have, and because I don't want to be too imposing and things, right? Because I know you are also working and you're studying and things. So I'm always there for you. Anytime you want a class, you can just say, come online. Even if it is one person, I'll definitely come. But I understand that these are things that needs to sink in, and you need to, bathe in, soak yourself first before you actually go into. Yeah, I don't want to use this analogy, but you'll always enjoy things when you have a little bit of foreplay, right? So it's that's what I mean. Anyway, so this is what I would suggest, that don't use slice. You can directly use filter if you are clear on what you want. Then Lokesh, what about Shruti? Is this the only thing that you have? Any other issues did you face?
No, sir. Other mistakes I had, but I solved it on the way. But
Okay.
at this point, I got stuck, so I didn't
Oh,
continue. I'll try it
okay.
again.
Great. What about you, Parthi? Other than your, sorry, Lokesh, yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, so that was the. So I thought I did the right thing when I did that, but when I outputted the map that time, the data for Goa seemed to be missing because I put a quill gradient and Goa seemed to come out at the bottom, even though there's
Okay.
actual data for Goa. So I'm suspecting something must have gone wrong. So I just
Okay.
wanted.
Okay.
So
Would you
the
like
map
to?
shapefile.
Yeah. Would you like to share the script so that everybody can go through? If
Yes,
you're
sir.
okay with it.
Yes, yes. But sir, the map, if it has two Puducherries and my data frame does not have two Puducherries, then how am I supposed to reconcile that? Was my.
Yeah. That's fine. See, and this is always going to be there when you're bringing in two data sets. No. One
I'll
thing
just
you
share
can
it in the group.
assume. Yeah. Yeah. You can. You can share. Are you? Will you be able to share the file on Zoom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sure. Oh, you can add a file, is it? Oh, I did not know. Yeah. Okay. While we wait, anybody else? Parthi, what about you?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Am I audible? Kind of.
Yeah, you're
I'm
audible.
okay. So somehow I did few things, sir. Now it's in the map making section. It has given me the error of continue the values applied to the discrete scale. For I have used the scale fill brewer, but it is giving like this.
Yeah, you can. Okay, then you need to go to the. Okay, what are you trying to visualize? Are you visualizing a categorical
Yes, sir.
variable or
Actually,
a?
I have taken data set of households with disabled persons from the data.government.in, and I am just going to merge this. I have merged this with the. I have meshed my data file with the shape file, but during making maps, it is showing this error, sir. Rest all
Okay.
are fine.
Okay. So I would request if you could share the script.
Yes, sir. 1 minute, sir.
So that I
Actually-
will be able to run it from my computer. And that is what
Sure,
I'm
sir.
talking about, reproducibility, right?
Yes,
So
sir. Sure, sir.
let us see if you have worked on
Actually, I have
reproducibility.
run this command, but it is again stuck. Once it is over, I will send it, sir.
Sure, sure. And I would, yeah, I don't know. Do you get stipend?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have not asked you how much, but do you think you can
Okay.
afford a better laptop?
Yes, sir. I could afford, sir. I will make that coming in next 1 week. I have decided that already. I can't work with this anymore.
Yeah. Because otherwise it's like hitting and waiting, and
Yes.
and then some error comes, and then you realize, oh, what was the error, and then you forget what you were doing first.
Yes, sir. Actually,
Isn't
working
it?
on our studio, I just opened Zoom. Then it got stuck there. That's why I
Yeah.
just opened Zoom in my phone and working with the laptop now separately.
Yeah. Okay. Lokesh, you were supposed to send the file, no?
Yes, I was trying to zip the entire folder. I thought the map and the data set I downloaded also, but I think something around this time.
Yeah, you can just send the script. I think that
Okay.
should be fine. We can figure out.
Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, I know that Subarna had some issues. Maybe Subarna, you want to go now, or you want to wait for others before you tell your issues?
Yes, sir. Next week I will share. This week
Okay.
actually here heavy rainfall was there, so network was very bad. So I could not
Okay.
do much work.
That's okay. Yeah. And I know you have twins, so you're already hands full. Yeah. Credit sir, do you did you
Yes,
face any issues?
I want you to see. I've done. I used a TB report one file.
Okay.
Alcohol use in TB notified patient.
Mm.
And I got some plots, but I don't know.
You want to share the script, or
put
you want to share the screen?
Yeah, I share the script. I can
Yeah, you
share
can
the script.
share the
It's
screen.
a very
Share the
explanation on chat in the chat.
Just yeah, you can share it in the chat. Once.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
mine the
I'll,
TB underscore.
okay, TB underscore alcohol plot. That's also in it. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just open. Okay, TV labs and first map. Okay, great. I'll go back to my working directory. Okay. first we'll look at Lokesh's issue. Is that okay? Lokesh, by looking at your data set, it will be quite difficult for me to find this TB case notification.
I didn't understand.
Okay, line number 8.
Yes.
Where am I going to get this data set from?
So that's what I was trying to zip the entire folder. You said that the script would be.
Yeah. So it would have been better if you look at, just have a look at
okay. Understood.
this data set, right? For example, TB alcohol plots R file. This data was downloaded directly from here. So what I can do is I can just copy this and I go to my browser. And even for you also, you know, what if you change system?
Yes.
Anyway, maybe you can just share the link.
Yes, I'm
that
pasting
will be
it.
good.
Yes.
So, okay. What I will do is that you can just Frederick sir, this TB CSV, have you copied it from this report?
Yes, sir, yeah, I downloaded it.
No, this is a PDF. No, whatever you sent was a PDF, right?
What, sir?
TB alcohol.csv. This file,
Yes, sir.
this CSV
Yes.
file,
Yes, sir.
you downloaded it from this link, is it?
Yes, sir, yeah. Under TB report, it's one of the 8 files.
Okay, one of the tables, no? One of the tables, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, do you know which table exactly? Or what you can do is you can send this tb_alcohol.csv file in the chat or WhatsApp.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, then I will load it. Lokesh, you also?
Yes.
Yeah.
I shared the link. I'll share the CSV.
Okay, you share the link in the CS in this chat of it. Just let me know. Okay, in that case, then I'll be able to download it. Okay, this is the data set, right? TB alcohol patients.
That is there. Mine is a little lower. TB case notification. I think it's the 4th one.
Pediatric cases, intensified cases. Which one?
So the one after the case notification. This one.
2013 or 2022? Sorry, 22 CSV. Okay. Non-commercial R&D or academia, and you can say TRQAML. Download. So PV case notification data is downloaded. What I'll do is I'll go to my data folder. I'll just put it in my raw data. For now, so as of right now, it has this book 1 and polio immunization data of yesterday. I'll just pull this here. So this TB notification data is here. Okay. So one other thing, Lokesh, I would like you to look at the way you have written the file path.
Yes.
Okay. I would prefer that you write it this way. Okay.
Oh.
Am I making sense?
Yes.
Okay. For now, it is raw_data as well. Correct?
Yes.
And even with reads, this can be a little confusing, Lokesh. Okay. Okay. If it were me, what I would have done is I would have created SF path. Okay. And then I would have just said here and this is one. I have changed it to what is my files, no? Files, shape files. See, Lokesh, one other thing I'd like to bring your attention to is the way you write the file, this thing. Either you use all of them as make case or use kebab case. This is kebab case. Okay. Because it's a skewer you're putting in now in between. This is called a kebab case, but I would prefer you use a make case. Okay. For my case, it's this way, isn't it? In fact, what I can do is instead of saying SF path itself, I can directly. Why did you use read underscore SF? Why not ST read like I told you?
It was auto completion. So I started doing read underscore and then SF came and you mentioned SF. So I think I just
that's fine. Yeah, read SF also works. See. Okay. File does not seem to exist. Why? Okay, it is not in data, it's in files. Okay, so India map is here. Yeah, 37 features and so and so. Okay, one feed. See, this is one line, no? It's easy to understand, right? This is the path where the shapefile is, and you're asking it to read SF. Okay? But this can be a little confusing. Don't you agree?
Sir, I couldn't hear anything for the past 30 seconds.
Okay. I know. What I'm trying to say is that from line 10 to 14 is being implemented in just line 16. Okay.
Yes.
Which of this is easier to read? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
So line number 16.
Okay. Can you tell why?
It is organized.
Okay. And one other thing I'd like for you to propose, is that okay. One other thing I'd like to suggest is that
Yes.
yeah, there is nothing wrong with using TB notification as your dataset name. Okay.
Yes, so the DF thing, I didn't know it was a standard. So
It's not a standard, but I don't want to type this long names. Either you keep it TB or DF.
Initially, I was trying with two data sets, like the pediatrics also. So it was TB notification and TB pediatrics. Now I just make a single then
okay.
DF would be.
Yeah, then it would be, if it were me, I would be I'm doing it TB notification, sorry, TB notification, and TB pediatrics. Anyway, but I'm not, saying that what you did is wrong. Okay.
Understood.
Okay. For now, I'll keep it this way. And the other way, what you have done is you have used this pipe.
Yes.
Yeah, this pipe
This was
is
from
good.
the Artful DS book only.
Yeah. This is a newer edition. Earlier, when maybe this just came last year, not 2022 December 17 to be exact, somewhere around there. So this does not require for you to load this library tidyverse. It's one and the same, but certain packages don't allow you to pipe using this. This is inherent within R. For example, if when you're okay, for now I think you can continue using this. Whenever this is not working, you let me know when it is not working.
Okay.
So then we can see where and why it's not working. And do you have a shortcut for this?
No, sir, I was entering it manually only. I think underscore is the short.
Yeah. Okay. Again, if it were up to me, I would have either set a shortcut on my own or look for a shortcut, you know, because it's hard for me to manually type this always. Okay. Yeah. So to be notification clean names, let me run this once. Okay, let us look at this data set. It says that these are the states and UTs, and all of this is here. Save file, TB notification India, and then you're saying, okay, don't select India. Okay, then TB notification will be 36 rows. Isn't it? Yeah, 36 rows. And then you're saying, okay, India map is this, and you take case when. Okay, did you check on your own, or you just put it just like that?
No, sir. I was searching online how to do. They gave this thing called set diff. So I just ran it for both TB notification against India map and India map against TB notification. So it gave that for these that are not matched.
Sorry, can I ask you to come again?
So I searched online on how I could like compare two vectors, and they suggested something called set diff, SETDIFF.
Yeah.
So I just ran that with X and Y as the two like TB notification and India map, and from that I got this.
Okay. Now, if it were me, I would have put that intermediate step in between. Okay.
Yeah.
So that you know how you did it, right? As of right now, it's looking okay. Some magic happened here, right? Yeah, not arbitrary in the sense that some magic happened and then you came up with this, right? But if it were even for you also, it would have been good if you can just put that code and you can comment it out. Like, for example, if this is the piece of code you used, you can just put this, right? So that later on you can just read it and say, okay, this is what I did to get this.
Yes.
Okay. And also, okay. I would have done this. Okay. Because you're a beginner, so I would really want you to, do this properly.
Yes.
It's like wearing a seat belt. And okay. You sorted it, and then you removed 27.
That Puducherry thing, I couldn't understand what to do.
Let us have a look.
The map had 37 rows and the data frame had 36.
Okay. So let us look at. So what I would have done is I would have visualized the map first before doing anything. Okay. What I would have done is I would have just taken this up and said ggplot and then plus geomsf, isn't it? And then just looked at the map. Right? Okay. Can you tell me what this is doing? Why did you sort it out?
So I wanted to merge the two. So for that, I wanted the state UT column to be in the same order.
Okay. So you want to know what is there in the TB notification state UTs that is not there in this state, this thing, is it?
Yes, so I had done that earlier itself before I did the case when.
So you identified it was Pondicherry that was not there, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Now if I just Puducherry, if I just look at this data set and I sort it, so P for Puducherry, there are two Puducherrys, right?
Yes.
So what I can do is I can just very quickly not fill. Okay, I don't know if I should introduce to this. Okay, let us not introduce you to this package for me. State name, filter state name equals to Puducherry. So you see, Puducherry is here, Puducherry is here, Puducherry is here.
Oh,
There are 3 Puducherrys. And it could be that one is Yanam, one is Tamil Nadu, and one is somewhere. Huh?
oh,
Isn't it?
yes.
Agree?
Yes, sir. I
So
just,
if you,
yes.
yeah, so removing things might not be a good idea, but let us keep it this way for now. Okay. Yeah, you sorted it, and then you removed one of these Puducherrys, isn't it?
Yes.
But you're removing the which row? 27th row.
Yes.
So India map 27, the first Puducherry.
Yes.
So the first Puducherry could be parts of this also, parts of this also. Like if you zoom it, I don't know if you can appreciate. This in itself is a polygon. There's a small polygon here. There's a small polygon here. There's a small polygon. There's 3, 4 polygons here.
Yes. Yes.
So this might. I don't suggest that you do this for now.
Oh,
And you're using merge.
yes.
So many of the things that you did, like this part,
Yes.
and this part, I know what you have done, but this does not follow the tidy principles. Okay. This is not, for example, if you look at merge, look at F1, merge is coming from the base package. Okay. So it always returns a data frame. Okay, let me run this part, whatever you have done, let me run this. And then TB map is an SF. No? So you merge these two based on what? See, is it clear? I mean, I'm not really clear on how did you merge these two?
So, like I was trying to do it on my own. Like I didn't want to look at the scripts first. So I was trying to look these things up individually online. So that time they suggested if there are 2 like data frames of shape files X and Y, then you can do it this way.
So when you merge 2 things, X and Y, and just look at the, there is a by option. Nah?
Okay.
So did you give by here?
No, sir, I didn't.
Okay. And do X and Y have common columns?
So they have the state utils column as well.
They both have state utils, right?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, both of them have state utils. So maybe they might have merged it using that, but that is not explicit here.
Yeah.
So I would be very dicey when because it is not explicit. What if there are 2 columns that are same? Then so yeah, okay. I would. That is why I would. What I suggest is that you use the join family of functions. Join family. These include left join, right join, inner join, full join. You might be thinking what this is really about. So let me very quickly take you to the help menu. Sorry. I think it's there in the handling Wickham's book. understanding joins. Okay. Let's start from here. Okay. So imagine there are two columns, X and Y. Sorry, two data sets, not X and Y. The X data set also has two columns and three rows. Y data set also has two columns and three rows. And now you want to match it by this ID column, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
So the first one is called key. The second one is called val or value. See, this is the and key and value y. So these two data sets have the common variable called key. Okay. So when you say join, you want it to join by this column, by whatever is common, by key. Here key is common, right? We want to join it by key. Now the question is, when you say exactly, if you're saying inner join, what will happen is it will only join those things that are matching. Okay, Lokesh, I think if you don't mind, we can just mute you for a while. I'm sorry, maybe it could be the recording or something. Maybe I'm wearing headphones, maybe. That's right. Yeah, anyway, when you say, you can unmute whenever you want to speak anything. Please don't mind. Huh? So,
Yes.
yeah, so this green symbol is saying that, okay, these both are matching, so I'll match it by this. So, no, the common ones. 2 is also there. But 3 and 4 are not common in both the data sets, so it will not match. So this is called inner join. You get my point?
Yes.
So this is the output when you say, okay, take X and inner join, take X and inner join Y by key. You are being explicit here. Okay. Even if you don't specify by key, it will mention to you that I am joining it by key. I'll tell you what I really mean. I'll just create these two data sets, X and Y, in my thing. Okay, I'm creating two data sets. Right now, if you look at my environment, there are 4 objects, DF, India map, TB map, TB notification. The moment I press this and this, I'm going to load in X and Y. Both are free observations of 2 variables, 1, 2, 3, X1, X2, and X3. 1, 2, 4, X1, X2, and Y1, Y2, and Y3. Okay, that is clear, right? So the moment I say inner join, XY, it is going to say, okay, I'm joining it by key, you know? So 1 and 2 are there. But if I don't specify this by key, and I just press Control Enter, it will say that I'm joining it by key.
Yes.
But the moment I say merge, okay, the moment I run this, it is arbitrarily taking, it is taking the common ones, but I don't know whether it is taking 1 or 2. There is no output that I'm getting which specifies that what it exactly is doing. It is just giving me the output.
Understood.
So this is a little more, user friendly, or it will just tell you what it's exactly doing. Okay. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is inner join. There are outer joins also. Outer joins with that, okay, it will say that, okay, if you want outer join of X3, then it will only when I say out join, there is left, right, and full join. Okay. Left join is that it will keep all the unique values in the X data set and append Y values. So for example, there is no X 3 ID, key ID of 3. Key 3 is not there in the Y data set, so it is going to put NA. When you say write data set, it is going to take this one and then it is going to add the other data set to it. So here it will keep all the unique values that are there in the right side, 1, 2, and 4. And it knows that there is no value X for the fourth key. So it is going to keep NA. And the full join is that it is going to keep all the unique ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. And wherever it is not joined, it will say NA. So this is the Venn diagram representing what the left join, right join, full join, and inner join is. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Understood. Yes, sir.
So I would still encourage you, not encourage you. I want to be more assertive here. I will still insist that you use the join family for joining two datasets.
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, I'm just
I was
telling
trying
so
it
that
out.
definitely I'm not telling this for you, but for everybody else. Okay. This is one of the reasons why we insist that you use joins. And I would want also for you to explore other options, which you did location. I'm glad. And maybe now you can appreciate why we insist left join. For example,
Yes, sir. Really
this
do.
one, yeah. See, now you might have multiple data set, multiple common columns, right? Like there is this flights data set. Okay, flights data set. If you're joining it by weather and you don't specify which column to join, it will join by all matching columns. It will join by year, month, day, hour, and origin. Okay, you need not
Yes.
specify which exactly, but you will come to know more about this when you actually go a little further in your data science journey. Okay, I'll stop here. Let us go back and let us look at the map that you have created. And I'm happy that you have included a lot of aspects that we discussed last time. Okay, the data source, percentage. Okay.
In this map only, the Goa is appearing as if it doesn't have any data. Well, actually, it does have data. So I'm not sure what
Yeah.
went wrong here.
But what I'm more concerned is somewhere around your northeast, which you don't even notice. Nah?
Yeah. Oh, right.
There are some things missing majorly.
Mhm.
You know? Isn't it?
Yes.
So why do you think that is? Let us look at the data set. No? So if we would have gone this way, the TB notification, state UTs, and then unique, and then sort UTS. And then you go to India map, state name or state UTs. No? Let us say state. Let us look at the state names first. State UTs is something that he created, right?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to match the two.
So one is less and one is more here, isn't it? No, there is 35 and here there are 36. Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
There are 36 states union territories in the dataset and 35 states union territories in the normal. So what is the one that was missing? Or Andaman Nicobar, Arunachal, Chhattisgarh. Can anybody help me out?
Assam is missing.
Yeah. Yeah, Assam is missing in the data set. How could it be possible when we actually looked at this? We plotted it, no? plot. So Assam is here.
Maybe in that case when manipulation of mine.
Okay.
Because that was the only time I manipulated that column statement.
Okay. So then if you run this, right now if you run this, Assam is included, isn't it? Fourth number is Assam. You run this, and then you run this. Even then, Assam is there. So it's not here that happened. Oh, sorry, it's UTs, no? Yeah, even now it is there. No? So it's not here that had happened. It happened somewhere here. Get my point?
Yes, that merge only.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Let me use the inner join way. I'll say take India map and then left join TB notification. Okay. What I'll do is I'll just comment this out so that you won't be confused. So the moment I said this, what did it join by? States and union territories. Okay.
Yes.
So this is nothing but this. What I'll do is you don't want okay. You're calling it TB map, no? Isn't
Yes.
it? Okay, if I just take TB map, the plot plus geom SF. Yeah, then now let us run this and see. I have one possible explanation. Let us see if my explanation could be correct. So now it came, no?
Yes,
Okay.
even Goa is correct.
Okay. I think I made my point.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Okay. Now
so
we'll
what
go
was
to
the explanation?
a lot of ambiguous things happen here.
Okay.
Right? So we have to be careful which functions we're using. Though a lot of just whenever you're doing anything, just ensure that is it a tidy way. Tidy way. When I say tidy way, I mean that is it aligning with the tidy principles, or is it a table that is outputting and things like that. Okay?
Yes.
Look at
Yes,
whenever you
yes,
look at a function. See, for example, whenever I say left join, I'll just press F1, and then I know it's coming from dplyr. And I know dplyr is a part of the tidyverse workflow, isn't it?
Yes.
So I trust it. To an extent, I trust it. But when I say merge and all of that, and I feel that, okay, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. I mean, nowadays I don't even use these functions. I forgot what merge is and what gather and things are. I only use a certain set of functions for all my manipulations, right? It's filter, it's select, it's group by, it is joins, it is mutates. And mutate has its own cousins. Like yesterday we saw, no, mutate add, mutate if, mutate all. Like that,
Yes.
join has its own cousins. Left join, right join, full join, inner join. You know? And geom has its own cousins, geom sf, geom bar, geom plot, geom dot, geom point, geom line. You getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So these are only the
this
things that I
join-
need.
Yeah.
Sorry?
So the join, if I'd used join, it might have taken care of the Puducherry thing as well, because it said like if I was, it would have
Could
just
be.
given a
Could be. Okay. Now I'm happy with your output, Lokesh. Okay.
Thank you.
I would like you to explore further.
Yes, I'm going to like redo the entire ID.
I'm saving this script in. Where do I save it? Save it in. Okay. Now let us go to. I'll clean everything. Yes. CB alcohol does not exist. Raw data. It's in. Okay, it's not here. Pratik sir, you have sent the data set, no?
Yes, on in the chat. TB underscore output.
Okay. Yeah, TB underscore alcohol. Now I'll run this. This does not exist because it is in raw data. Now it is there. 37 observations, 19 rows. No, sorry, 19 columns. Glimpse. Lot of this thing. Let us clean the names. Now glimpse. It's counting the states. India. No? You want to remove India? Great. I would agree with this. Now it's 36. Okay. I would, yeah, this is fine. Now we have loaded the shapefiles boundary. stread shapefile path, fill-in, and okay. Now we're looking at the. This is the boundary, country boundary. This is the state boundary. I hope you guys, I don't have to repeat all this. We did this yesterday, no? Okay. It says that Andaman Nicobar Islands is named as Andaman Nicobar, that you have done. Chhattisgarh is SH is there. Okay, that also you have done. Dadar and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. Is Daman and Diu and Dadar Nagar Haveli. That also you have done. Great. No issue with that. Tamil Nadu is Tamil Nadu. Okay. Telangana is Telangana. And Jammu and Kashmir is Jammu and Kashmir. Totally agree. Now, if I run this, it's all true. You know? There is nothing to worry about. Now, you're now joining your statuses with your this. You're joining it by state name, making maps. Yeah. This is just the state number of states. No? State underscore name. Yeah. Do you know why this happened? Betty sir?
I don't understand the color maximum allowed is 11 spectral.
Yeah, the spectral is 11. No? And this is one of the and when we are reading, this is called a diverging palette. No?
Okay.
Diverging palette means it's going from blues to reds, and it is trying to segregate things. So it's diverging from something. And there is sequential palette, there is diverging palette. Those things you need to keep in mind of. But yeah. For this, if I remove the spectral palette, you would be able to run the full colors of all the states. So now you are looking at the percentage of tuberculosis alcohol patients. So what is this? Out of all the tuberculosis patients, how many of them
What
consume
percentage use
alcohol?
Alcohol use percentage among TB notified
Okay.
TB total
Okay.
private plus
So labs.
that have not put the title and
But it will be a good this thing that if you put
title caption and this.
proportion of is it alcoholics?
It is actually alcohol use percentage of alcohol.
Proportion of alcohol use among
the notified TB patients. Notified TB patients in bracket we can put private plus private and public or total.
So this has both private and public, huh?
Public together. Total. Basically, it's a total.
Yeah,
All notified patients.
Okay. So you do have a variable for private also?
Separate private and public separate column. I did not take those. I took total.
Okay.
There are two
So there
separate.
is this. Is this the first one? First one is public, no?
No, I've taken only one. That is total.
Okay, you have taken this column, isn't it? Percentage of this
Percentage,
one.
I have changed. Yeah,
This
total.
one. You have taken this one.
Total. Yeah. I just
But this is public. This is private. No, there are two different things, and
two
this is
different,
total.
and then total. Yeah.
Okay, great. So one way you can modify your this thing is that. Oh, sorry. So let us look at what P1 says. You should also make it distiller. Both of them have the same legend, no? Isn't it? Okay. I should have been speaking. No, what I was trying to do is I want to put two plots side by side. I want to put the private hospitals side by side to the public hospitals and then see if there is any difference. Yeah. As of right now, we have two plots separately. Let me just check if this works. What I would have loved was to actually have one common legend for both the plots because they are one and the same. It's only telling us values from 0 to 100, right? Isn't it? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there must be a way, definitely. Just bear with me for 1 minute. Guides equals to select. Yeah, I did put guides equals to select. Let me try this once. Oh, it has to be a plus, not pipe. You see, what was the mistake? You see, P6 plus P7 plus plot layout. But I did a pipe plot layout. That is why it was not working. Okay. But I quickly looked at the help menu, and help menu really gave me the mistake I was doing. And now you see, look at the plot that is going to be generated. You can also say auto. That should be not a problem. But now when you compare things, you can see that, okay, there is a difference in the alcoholism rate in the private hospitals and the public hospitals in notified cases of TB. And in Goa, there is definitely a difference. Isn't it, sir?
Yes, yes, can be clearly
Okay.
seen.
One other thing I'd like to bring your attention to, though this plot looks okay, there is a difference and things. Now, why is it showing that there are two different legends, not one? Because if you the upper limit 100% is okay, I understand. Look at the lower limits.
Yeah.
You know, lower
Yes.
limit for public hospitals, where right now we are not sure which one is for what legend, but they are not equal, right?
Yeah, so the
You would
color will be
want,
comparable then.
yeah. So in order to make the color comparable, what we can do is we can offer limits. Okay, limits. And how to do that? I'll very quickly open our Professor Google here. I'll just open one window here, and I'll say set limits to fill in ggplot. Okay, limits, limbs. Okay, there are a number of things. Stack Overflow could be a very nice way. I can just go here. There is a tick mark here. 83 people have said upvoted this. Okay, so yeah, it says that limits. You can use something like this. You know? So what I'll do is I'll just copy this. And what do you want the limits to be? Do you want it to be from 0 to 100?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because we want to
Preferable.
compare both, right? So 0 to 100. And the same thing, what I'll do is I'll just copy this, put it here. And now run the plot once again. And this time I'll put the patchwork on top. Now, if everything is fine, both the legends should be merged into one. Or is it auto? Let's see what happens. See, both the legends are merged into one. Now you see that, okay, there's not much difference across the country, slight differences, but in Goa, definitely there is a
Yeah, still there is a
Okay.
there is a difference.
So one way we can do it is that I would have liked it if we just look at Goa. That's also possible, right? You know, we'll take India state DF, and we know that the state name double equals to Goa. We can say filter state name is equal to Goa, then Python. What I'll do is I'll just add this. And then add. Now you see, it's starkly different.
Yeah.
We're only looking at Goa, and we can add the title and subtitle and all of that, and then we can say this is in Goa. And this is more meaningful, right? Rather than this plot, rather than I mean, because at least for you, if you have the district level or the block level, sub-district level data, that will be much more meaningful. But very quickly, you could, you know, see that, okay, there is a difference between the public and private hospital reporting. You know, public hospitals are actually reporting very high numbers, and private hospitals are not even, I don't know why they're not reporting. It's not that people might not be alcoholics or might not be using alcohol, but there must be something wrong with the reporting, isn't it?
Yeah, could be. Reporting could be one reason.
Yeah. What other could be the reason?
That patients who go to public hospitals more likely to be, say, poor and alcohol users. That's another possibility I would consider. native.
Yeah,
Native.
I would agree. But then when you look at the alcohol use, are we going to say any use of alcohol is ticked?
I think this data, there's a question in that, this, I think.
Yeah. So we need to really look at the data.
To know how they have collected the alcohol use.
Yeah, I'm happy with this exercise from Freddy sir as well. I'll share these two back to you guys. Maybe I don't know if it will be helpful to you, but yeah, I think you guys can. I would love to see Shruti and
Sir, excuse me,
but-
sir.
yeah.
I have sent my R code file to you in email, sir. Possible?
Oh, your email. Yeah,
Yes.
you've emailed to.
PHDMI there.
Okay, just one second.
This is data set and
Okay. I'll go to files and I'll pull your data set here. Code.
R code.
Is it code 1?
Yes, sir, that one.
Okay. I think you should name things a little better.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and I would prefer you give the exact exploring household data set is fine, but what household, which household regarding what, and where did you get the data set from, exactly the link, so that for you, it will be easier when you come back.
Sure, sir.
And is there a reason why you loaded this snake case library?
Because one of my data is full of caps, another one is sentence case, sir. So to make everything snake case, my entries are
Oh, your data entries, right?
entries are full.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I would agree with that. So what is this data set on?
Data frame. Sorry, sir.
No,
I
no.
couldn't.
No. It's saying that the path does not exist. The path does not exist. It is this one, no?
Yes, sir. DD start.
So if I import data set, this is the data set.
Yes.
So why is it saying I cannot load this? So this is not working. Whereas if I say this is working, that means somewhere in the file path things are wrong. Huh? isn't it? These both are exactly the same, no?
My screen is very small in mobile, sir, so I couldn't see that properly.
Can anybody tell me what is the difference between these two?
Seem to be the same only.
Raw data underscore and
Oh, see? Okay, this is a mistake, Parthi.
Yes.
The raw data does not have underscore. That was the only reason the above thing was not working. And I'm sure that in your computer it must be working, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yes, sir.
So raw underscore data. Never put spaces in your file paths or folder names. Okay.
Okay.
So thanks, Anand. I would not have picked it up. Okay. So let us run this. Okay. So what is this data set about?
This is about the households with the disabled people, sir. Disabled person.
Okay. This is all states. Which
All
year?
2011, sir.
2011. Okay. That information, if it is there somewhere here, it will be excellent. Okay. So you're cleaning your names. That's fine. Now glimpsing it. So these are the absolute numbers, right?
Yes.
Then you're selecting all the ones that you want.
Yes, sir. Actually, it has a column called as urban, rural, and total. So I just want total.
Okay, you don't want urban and rural.
One state or a country has 3 entries, sir. One is total, one is rural, and one is urban.
So if I try to let me look at the data set.
Yes.
I'm going to clean this environment for now because I just loaded. This. If I look at the data set. So area, sorry. Yeah, this one total urban and rural is there, right?
Yes.
And type of household is also total, normal, institutional,
Yes.
houseless.
Take total in that also. So total
You
in
want to
yes.
You want to take total in both of these.
Total, yes.
Okay. So yeah, that you have done in the subsequent things, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
First we selected the variables, then and removed the entries.
Okay. I would not worry about that. Why are you calling it DF1? Have you saved DF1 anywhere?
No, sir.
Right?
No. Yes.
So if I run this line 29 right now, it will show an error, no?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
It's a DF1 not found. Okay. Okay, fine. Removing entries for India. Okay.
That is first 2 entries, so I just.
Yeah, I think what you can do is you can just add one more this thing, area underscore name is not equal to India.
Okay. Okay.
Here itself it will work, no?
Yes.
Isn't it? So you don't have to go through this whole process. Instead, what you can do is and remove entry for India. And you can remove this unnecessary code. So you're only selecting number of households with disabled persons here. Would you want to remove all other data sources? I mean,
I just
variables.
thought of picking only one map for my time constraint, so I just want to remove all of them.
Yeah, I would agree because yours. Yeah. Then you try to substitute the state with nothing. You know?
Yeah, one of my data set have that file has
Yeah.
a prefix or state
Yeah.
in every.
Yeah. I would totally agree with what you did, but I would again just coming back to what Lokesh we learned from Lokesh. This thing is that just look at the function. It's again coming from the base package. You know? So one easy way or a different way to do this in tidyverse would be using the string. Let's see, df mutate area underscore name equals to str underscore replace all instances. So it's asking for a string pattern and replacement. The string would be area underscore name. The pattern would be this, and the replacement would be this. Okay, and then let us view it. So is this what you're going for?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So basically here, what happened was you diverged from the tidy way.
Okay.
Okay. One other reason why I insist you to use tidy way is that what you can do is you can take this df, just sorry, so what you could have done, I mean, what I would do usually is to pipe things. That is the beauty of R, no?
Yes.
The tidy way. That I can just save this. And I can is this clean enough?
Yes.
Okay, so let me clean this and I'll just, there's nothing in my environment. Okay, total rural urban not found. Okay. Oh. Am I audible?